Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Hello everyone and welcome to today's news. Today is February 28th, 2017, and I want to talk about what I saw this morning on the news as well as in the papers. And there were two incidents or two newsworthy articles that I was looking at. One of them was the desecration of Jewish cemeteries across the US, not just in one state, but across the US. There had been several states where the cemeteries have been broken into, or somebody went in and, toppled tombstones and sprayed graffiti and all of that nonsense. The other one was the threats that came to Jewish centers across the U.S. again, and that's not the first time. And they were threatened with violence, whatever it is, either bomb threats or whatever it is. And the other news was the Pope himself, Pope Francis, came out and said, you can be a good Christian, or you might as well go ahead and be an atheist. He didn't say in those specific terms, but that was the gist of the message. If you're a bad Christian, might as well go ahead and be an atheist or something like that. And I want to discuss those two issues. First of all, the desecration of the cemeteries across the U.S., that's not a separate incident anymore. It's happening over and over and over, and it cannot be the recent developments that it's not President Trump's campaign or what he says. It is certainly brought those people out. He opened up the can of worms, and these are the worms we're seeing right now. But it's a sentiment that has been cooped up for so long throughout the U.S. that this is happening now. It's just taken on a new form of insanity. And people feel they are allowed to do that. And for the Pope to go ahead and say that you might as well become an atheist, the Pope has to look at Christianity as a whole, and people are leaving Christianity because it just does not make sense to them anymore, or because they don't want to hear about God anymore, or we've taken God out of everything. We've taken him out of the Constitution. We've taken him out of our songs. When you say oh God, it's oh gosh, oh golly. We don't say God anymore. And that is the point really that I want to drive through today, is when you take out religion, when you take out God's laws and follow your own whims and your own thoughts, and you think I am better than he because he is a different color, he's a different religion, he's your brother in humanity. And that's the message that I want to drive through today, is that we're all brothers in humanity. And if you read the Quran teaches you that very well, that you are not allowed to harm your fellow human. You cannot desecrate graves, you cannot desecrate cemeteries. Those are places of rest for the people who have passed away, right? You can't just go in and trash the place. It is not yours. You are not allowed to go in and desecrate these places. And I would ask everybody to go back to God and seek the knowledge that is hidden in scriptures. Just read your scriptures. This stuff may be allowed in the Bible. The Bible has a lot of violence and so on. But if you read it carefully, it is exactly the same message as the Old Testament, as the New Testament, as the Quran. So I would ask everybody to, take a step back, think before you act. Think before you go into a cemetery to desecrate. It does not matter which cemetery it is. This is just, it's not good. It's against God what you're doing, basically. So that's the message I want to drive through today, and I hope I have accomplished my task. And please stay tuned for more episodes of today's news, and we'll see you again.